Now performing personnel scan. Welcome, Mr. Logan.
GalSpan mining production exceeds expectations. AGT pilot sentenced to exile.
Rise in wingmen.
A press release issued yesterday shows that the mining operations in the GalSpan region are ahead of schedule. GalSpan had hoped to mine 2% of the usable asteroids in the region by the end of this fiscal year. It now appears that they will reach that goal 3 months early. The news has caused GalSpan stock to jump up 5 credits a share amid a flurry of buy orders. If operations do continue on their present course, GalSpan says it will indeed reallocate equipment from this region to its Bora operations. No comment was made on the conflict between GalSpan and the Bora colonists who currently live in the region.
You have valid access codes to the Frontier Megagate. By pressing Accept, the next time you launch, you will autopilot directly to New Vegas Starbase in the Frontier region.
GalSpan mining production exceeds expectations.
Welcome to the frontier, Mr. Logan. I hope you're enjoying the region, even if it does pale in comparison to the culture of Seoul. GalSpan Security has had several encounters with a ship that has proven to be remarkably troublesome. It assaults our shipping routes, fires on our stations, and jams critical transmissions. The board is greatly concerned and wants you to question as many frontier residents as you can to determine the ship's identity and whereabouts. Return when you have this information for us. Begin your search at Midas Station in Venture Sector. They have the most recent scanner data on this irritating vessel.
Bales to Logan. Data regarding the identity of this troublesome ship must be procured swiftly. Though we have reason to believe it is merely another Bora pilot, the possibility of new pirate activity in the frontier region is dangerous to our financial projections on Fringe operations. Proceed to Venture Sector and dock at Midas Station for further information.
I got it, Tricia. Plotting a course for Venture Sector now. Say, when I do find this pirate, why don't we review the data over dinner?
Dinner, as long as it is just for business, Mr. Logan. Bails out.
This is GalSpan Pilot Logan to Midas Station on my way from New Vegas base.
Midas Control responding. Logan, you are cleared for landing. Midas Control to Logan. Your ship shows successful dock. Transmitting scan data of offending craft. Appears to be a Bora interceptor, though that doesn't mean much out here. Anyone could be flying it. Some witnesses have reported unusual markings on the wings. Your targeting computer's been programmed to recognize the power and thruster core signatures if you target lock on the right vessel. Data transfer complete. You're all set to go. Good hunting.
All right, Midas, I've checked your specs. This shouldn't be that hard. Any suggestions where to start?
Long-range scan usually picks up the vessel heading in from Scav space. If it is, our contacts at the Void Runner will likely know more. I wouldn't trust any of them, though. A bribed pirate's still fairly untrustworthy.
New Vegas. Not bad, but it's no Mars. Man, I can't wait to get out of this place.
Hey, looky here. It's a piece of spanner trash trying to float through our space. You got 30 seconds to turn around before we use your hull to replate the waste tanks.
Hey, whoa, no need for a fight, guys. I'm just looking for a ship. I can send you the specs.
You can send us your ship control codes or you can die. Both ways, I got a special place picked out for you in the cave.
Okay, guys, I get the hint. I'm leaving. Bye.
Grab this spanner. Now you're really gonna get scorched. Peace out. Shields are down!
Greetings, Spanner. You come with more business for us?
Not this time, guys. I'm looking for a ship, and I wondered if you might have seen it.
Bora make. Modified, too. You can tell in the thruster modulations. I'd say this is one of their ace pilots. More I can't say. We don't do a lot of business with the Boris since you Spanners came to New Vegas, understand? You'll just have to find out where he typically goes and ask there.
All right, guys. Thanks anyway. This is GalSpan Pilot Logan requesting comm access.
GalSpan Pilot, I am Master Illusion, servant to His Eminence Baron Hijad. Why have you entered his space?
Yeah, I'm looking for a ship that's been causing a lot of problems for my employers. I'm sure you understand how that is. So, if I sent you the scan, do you think you could give me any leads?
The goodwill of GalSpan is quite a powerful commodity. I think it would please my Baron to acquire more of it. Dock at Obedience Station, and the Baron may choose to grant you an audience.
Transmitting ship specs via hardware.
Establishing a comm link with Imperium Station. The Baron has received your news and granted you an audience. GalSpan Pilot, be on it.
Ah! An interesting ship, to say the least. I assume you want to know who she is, what her purpose is, and why she's been causing all the trouble?
Yeah, that's the general idea. You're Baron Hijad, huh?
Ha! You don't recognize the voice of the most powerful Baron in the Fringe? I thought Seoul had improved its education. Well, know that I am the Baron Hijad, master of the largest nickel-iron asteroid fields in the Fringe, master of 10,000 slaves, and future ruler of the frontier. And you grovel before me about a meager ship? You aren't worthy of my scorn, Spanner. Go bother a lower Baron, one so decrepit as to be interested in your affairs. Anral. No, Malkar, yes, Malkar! And tell him he should offer you a place in his collection as the most ignorant space pilot ever to fly the Fringe!
I'd advise you to launch now, GalSpan Pilot. The Baron's audience is over.
Well, I guess I don't have much future as a diplomat. Details on a ship that's been bothering my employers a wee bit too much.
Anything for my favorite customer. I'm receiving the scan stats now. Looks just like a borator to me. No, wait. No. You know you're the best, right? My favorite, in fact. But I can't tell you about this one.
Why, Armand? Why are you protecting her? Of all people, what is she, some new Bora pirate, a scaver, something else? What?
I tell you this, Spanner Logan. She's a terrible one to anger. You see her, you go the other way. You want to remove her? Better have a good fleet. But just because you're my friend, I tell you to go to Malkar, the little baron with all the baubles. They're friends, I think. Nothing more I can say, okay? No more, or I get in trouble.
Thanks, Armand. I'll pass your words on to my supervisors.
No, that's alright. No problems, no troubles, okay? Everything's just between you and me. Go off and fly now, okay, Logan? Keep nice and quiet. We're all friends.
Oh, the arena, huh? Well, I wonder if anyone good's flying today.
The Fenris Arena proudly presents the first round of the Arena Qualifier. Get ready, contestants! Begin! Today's arena match is brought to you by Lorian Industrial Technologies. If you require the most accurate and devastating missiles in the galaxy, trust Lorian. Murdering meteorites! His photons are gonna ache tomorrow! Tonight's match is sponsored by Turbine. Fly in luxury with Turbine. lactose-based contagions cramping your style? Try Finster's Nuclear Contagion Eradicator and put yourself light years ahead of the competition. Remember, Finster's fights contagions. Oh! Somebody just got a double help with a slag pie! This match will be rebroadcast on your regular TNS channels. Fly safe and come again.
Ahoy there, Spanner! Looks like you're just a tiny bit lost. Boys, what do you think?
This is Jake Logan, GalSpan. I'm looking for a Boris ship, not trouble with you.
Ooh, a GalSpan ship. I've been looking for some spare spanner parts. Took a laser off our pet last week trying to fit it to my hull.
Well then, Dredge, you'll get your wish. Hope what you need's on this one, 'cause he'll be hulled before you can count to 10. Die, Spanner!
little fire, Scarecrow. Take that. bucket of bolts. Let's go. I gotta hold this bucket together. This is Jake Logan for GalSpan, calling Baron Malkar. Anyone home?
This is Baron Malkar, to the very uninvited Jake Logan. Your presence is not required at this time. Turn around and leave.
Hey, that's the ship. The specs match exactly. Baron Malkar, I'm here on business of the Galactic Spanning Corporation. Perhaps you've heard of him. I have some questions regarding terrorist activities that have been traced to that Boris ship.
I am becoming very unamused by your presence, GalSpan. I do have the ability to force you to leave.
My business here is done, Malkar. I'm leaving. I suggest you take out your trash.
Well, you see, I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Missy. Now power down your weapons and thrusters, or I'm authorized to use deadly force.
Your whole damn fleet hasn't taken me out, you corporate drone. Talk to you later, Malkar.
Accelerator rings activated, Susan. Until our next discussion.
Okay, that's it. You power down your ship immediately, or I will fire on you. Why doesn't anyone ever listen? All right, Malkar, you just cost me a contract. I want answers.
Do you, Spanner? Do you? Well, here are some answers you won't like. That was Susan Bradley, leader of the Bora people. If she hadn't been in a hurry, you'd be ice and dust by now. Your bluster is no longer amusing. Leave at once.
Leader of the... Oh, that's a lot of fighters. I think I'll just go report all this in person now. Yep, time to head back to the base.
So, it seems that the Bora leader is also a crack pilot. Leadership by bravado, how interesting. We will further investigate this Susan Bradley. The information you have gathered is extremely valuable and has already been passed on to Director Atkins himself. I can think of few things better suited to gain his favor than your recent accomplishments. The contract payment has been transferred to your account. Congratulations, Mr. Logan. Bail's out.